FinCon, what's up? Yeah. All right, I got to see this. So where are my first-time FinCon people at? Raise your hand. PT, you see this? All right, now I want to see where are the six-year people at? All right, these are my people. All right. Okay, so I'm going to borrow Pat's DeLorean, and we're going to go back in time 6 years. So my wife and I, Mandy, we had just welcomed home our second son. And for those of you that have two children, like you know how stressful it is to go from having one child to having two children. You know, like you really haven't quite figured out how to take care of this first child, right? Like they don't have an instruction booklet. There's no how-to guide. You can't really watch YouTube videos on how to raise a child. And if you are, I seriously question your parenting skills. So now you have this second newborn. That second diapers to change, second bath time, second mouth to feed, like it's a pretty stressful time in your household. So if this wasn't chaotic enough, our second son came right when we were building our dream home. And our dream home was almost done, which means we got to look forward to one of the most fun-filled activities that any family can do, and that's move. Has anyone here moved before? Like, I hate moving. I hate packing. Like, you put all the stuff in boxes, you got to label it, and you don't know where everything is. Like, I just want to find the sugar. Where'd you pack the sugar? I have no idea. So, but I remember this day in particular. It was a Sunday afternoon. It was in January. We live in the Midwest, so it was cold outside. NFL playoffs were in full swing. And my wife, Mandy, was in the other room packing while I was in our home office blogging. See, I had made the case to her. I'm like, babe, you go in the other room, you pack, you take care of what you need to, no distractions. I'm going to step up as the man, and I'm going to take care of our newborn son while you go pack. And that day, like our older son was with grandma and grandpa that day, so we just had our newborn. So for those of you that have newborns, most of you know what they do 75% of the day. They sleep. That's all they do. And if they're not sleeping, then they're eating and they're pooping. So in this case, whenever I stepped up and said, hey, I want to take care of our son, like I kind of knew what I was offering. I was going to kind of hold him, take care of him, but really what I was going to be doing was working on my blog. See, I had convinced myself that if I wasn't working on my blog on that Sunday afternoon, that I was going to miss out on something. I was going to miss out on that next epic blog post or that next epic blog idea or something. I just was going to miss out on something. So instead of helping my wife pack, what I should have been doing, I was blogging. And that was, I wish I could say that was the low point in my entrepreneurial journey, but unfortunately it wasn't. So whenever we were packing, Friday nights, guess what? I was working on my blog. Anybody here blogged on a Friday night? I'm not the only one. And some of you I know should be raising your hand too. So I was blogging on Friday nights. If we didn't have a date night planned or going to dinner with friends, I was blogging on Fridays. If we were home on Saturdays, guess what? I was working on my blog. Saturday evenings I was home, working on my blog. Sunday evenings, working on my blog. It got so bad that I was taking my laptop to bed with me every single night. And so to all the husbands out there, to all the future husbands out there, so listen up. When you're trying to get some action from your spouse, there is nothing sexier than walking into the bedroom, dimming down the lights, maybe you light a candle, turn on Spotify with your favorite love-making jams, and then you got her right where you want her, and then you whip out your 15-inch MacBook Pro. She don't care if it's 15 inches. She don't care. It's a MacBook Pro. I promise you. And some of you are like, yeah, more like iPad mini there, Jeff, but okay. So eventually, it did get better. It did get better. And what it took for me, so this was 5 years ago, I joined a coaching program called the Strategic Coach. And in this coaching program, I was introduced to a concept called the free day. So the free day is defined as a 24-hour period where you do nothing work-related. So specifically to bloggers, that means no blog writing, no blog post ideas, no checking Google Analytics, no checking Google AdSense, no checking affiliates, no tweeting, no Snapchatting, no Instagramming, no Facebook messages that have to do with your blog. Anybody do that before? Can you do it? So whenever I looked at this free day and recognized, now with my financial planning practice, it was easy for me to take a free day. I didn't meet with clients on the weekends. When I left the office at 4 or 5 o'clock, I was done. But when it came to my blog, and when it came to just trying to unplug and get away from it, I couldn't. I looked back, and one of the things we had to do in this coaching program, we had to tally how many free days we had taken in the last year. And so I'm in this classroom with other entrepreneurs, and everybody's like tallying, look at their calendars, how many free days they'd taken. It took me 5 seconds. 5 seconds to tally how many free days I'd taken. Because the answer, was 0. Dang it. 0. Every single day, there was something that I did with my blog. Now, I wasn't writing blog posts every single day, but I was either checking email, I was on Twitter, I was on Facebook. I was doing something with my blog. And there's nothing wrong about being passionate about your blog. Like, we're all here because we want to change the world, right? But when you mistake that passion and you start replacing relationships and family and focusing on your blog more than them, that's not good. You have to take a step back. You have to be able to create space from your business so that you can focus on the things that are most important. And you start to recognize when I took these free days, when I started to intentionally unplug from my blog and my online business, I started to see so many things that I was wasting my time with, that I was stressing out about, that I had anxiety about, things that I was just wasting my time with. And if you're not creating space, you're not be able to see like all the successes that you've had, you're not able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and most importantly, you're not be able to stop and smell the roses. Come on! So by the way, if you need to stop and smell the roses, my wife Mandy and I will be in the back later, free smells. Okay, thank you. So that was then. I want to take you a snapshot to my life now. So many of the FinCon community know that we have been in the process of adopting for over almost 5 years now. And this year, we just got our placement. We found out that we were getting a girl from the Philippines. And this was an exciting moment for us. So are you ready? This is where we all go, ah. Yeah, right? So she is a personal finance blogger in training. So I figure FinCon 30 or bust, got some way to go. So when it comes to adopting internationally, specifically to the Philippines, like you don't know when you're going to go. Like you can try to plan it out, but it's almost impossible. So what turns out happened was we basically were unplugged for 3 weeks. 3 weeks I had to get away from my practice, I had to get away from my blog, because we had to go there, pick her up, and I wanted to be present with her. So 3 weeks I had to unplug and create space for my business. So for you out there, just think about where you're at in your business right now. And if you couldn't work on your business for 3 weeks, like how would that look? For many, best case scenario, maybe you break even. For others, you realize you're probably going to see a dip in revenue. For me, 3 weeks traveling, going to pick up our daughter in the Philippines, I had the highest revenue month that I ever had in the month of June. And since we are talking about profit, so I was able to exceed over $150,000 in revenue in the month of June. And it gets even better because in the month of July, I beat it. In the month of August, I beat it. And I'm on track to beat that again in September. And the reason that I was able to do this is because of taking a simple, basic principle, taking a 24-hour period where I just completely unplugged from my business. Because every time I did that, I discovered something about myself, what I needed to do, what I needed to outsource. It was such a simple thing, but so, so powerful. So if you get anything out of today's talk, this is what I want you to do, okay? I'm an action guy, so you gotta go do something. So step 1, this is pretty easy. If you have your smartphones out already, you can do this. I want you to schedule a free day on your calendar right now. A 24-hour period where you do nothing work-related and no cheating. You cannot check your email, you cannot get on Twitter or retweet a blog post or whatever. And if you're like, Jeff, 24 hours, that's nothing, I can do that. Okay, then do 48 hours or do 72 hours. So I know Noah checks his email like every 30 seconds. He said that yesterday. Can you not check your email for 72 hours? Could you do it? Think about it. All right, step 2 is After the 24-hour period has expired, you don't do this during, it's the day after, I want you to write down everything about your business that you thought about, everything that you stressed out about, everything that you're like, oh my gosh, am I missing something? Do I need to do this? I want you to write down on a sheet of paper everything that you thought about that stressed you out. The final step is look at that list. Quickly identify what are the silly things that you're stressing out about that you don't need to be doing. You know, is it responding to blog comments? Is it editing a picture in Canva? Is it, you know, what is that for you? And every time I did this, I would just clean my plate of all these silly tasks that I was doing. That's how powerful this whole free day concept was for me. So I encourage you to do that. Ask yourself, as the CEO of your business, because guess what? If you're a blogger in your online business, you are a CEO. So as the CEO of your business, what are you doing as a CEO? Do you need to be doing blog comments? Do you need to be responding every single email or deleting spam comments from your blog? You're the CEO. Act like it. All right, so the last thing what I want you to do is when you take this free day, because I want everybody to do it, you're going to take this free day, and then after the fact, you're going to tweet me at JJeffRose, and you're going to let me know how you're able to create space in your business. What did you identify that you're wasting your time on? And obviously, we got to use the hashtags FreeDay and FinCon16, so you can share not just with me, but the entire FinCon community, how you're able to create space in your life. Listen, we all can work hard, we all can hustle, but if you're not creating space from your business, you're missing out on so many important things and you're not living the life that you should. Thank you.